how will it help you once you've put all of that time and effort into creating a good timeline? The witness prep and cross. Transcript analysis is something that I haven't mentioned yet, but I'll show you an example in a few minutes of how you can do that. And it's something that I think is not commonly thought of when timelining in eDiscovery. Timelines can be used as a more structured fact extraction. I think more functional really than the old-fashioned depot summary. Even if you're working in an eTran where you can click and hop around to different pages, you're not getting the same benefit by using it in a timelining feature in an eDiscovery software program. Because by structuring the facts out of said deposition, you can then filter or even group together to view issues that could be addressed in different parts of a deposition and even in more than one deposition. So you can even compare and contrast multiple depot transcripts in a timeline. You can also relate key facts to supporting exhibits and other evidence, which you can imagine are going to help you if we're going to go back to that discrediting a witness later on down the road scenario. So, transcript analysis, like I said, I think is something that is not often thought of or utilized as much as it should be in a timelining software. It's obviously helpful in the case evaluation and settlement negotiations. You're protecting yourself against the leaking of those bad facts. You are able to tie in, facts with the original documents and notes, and potentially counter what's being brought up by opposition, because if you have that timeline with you or in front of you, or you just know that you have a strong understanding of everything, again, you can counter kind of, on the fly when things are brought up in settlement negotiations. Client meetings. Moving on to my next slide, I'll continue a couple more good uses of timelines. So client meetings, obviously you want to be as well educated as possible when you're talking to a client about the case, where it's progressing, if it's strong, assisting them with maintaining a more accurate case valuation. And, seeing the timeline will also help them or the parties or other witnesses kind of see how their testimony is fitting into the bigger story that you're telling. Obviously, motion practice, knowing the timeline, being able to quickly filter down to those documents that you have already linked to these various issues, gives you the ability to export those documents that you have filtered to, meaning get them out of your eDiscovery platform and print to add to a hearing notebook, and you are ready to go. Having your key evidence previously identified, organized, timelined and mapped out, and then linked to the facts and issues in your case allows for a really quick and effective response. So this also translates into trial prep, keeping your timeline up to date all the way during just like all the discovery testimony phases will allow, and trial, even think about that. If that was updated to include each day's trial testimony even more, does it allow you to quickly and effectively cross and support your argument. And lastly, it will also be the basis for any demonstratives that the jury or judge may review.